it's well advanced. We really don't have, we've done all the heavy lifting. So in the first half of the year, I think it's reasonable to expect that.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by US Gold Corp CEO George B. George, very good to speak with you. Your Gold King subsidiary has received final permit approval from Wyoming's Air Quality Division. So a big milestone as you move forward with your CK Gold project.
Yeah, look, that is a big milestone. And, you know, you can count on one hand the number of shovel-ready projects in stable jurisdictions. So we're really excited by that final approval on the mine operating permit. You know, we announced that we were having we had the permit, but it was conditional. Now all the conditions have been met and we're ready to move forward. So that's really good news, particularly at this time with gold and copper prices where they sit.
Yeah, I mean, you said shovel ready, George. So in a great position, in an advantageous location as well in Wyoming, and gold price is above $2,600 an ounce. Tell us, I mean, how this really improves the economics of the project.
Well, look, you know, we since we last put numbers out on the project back in December of 2021, we have seen inflation. We saw all the post-COVID effects, but we did those numbers at 1625 gold and 325 copper. We had a robust project at that point. So looking at a $2,600 gold price, copper north of $4 per pound. While we see some additional costs, our revenue is also increased. So it's a very healthy project and we preserve our margin. So we'll be updating that shortly.
So tell us the next steps as you move towards an updated pre-feasibility study for the project, George.
Right. So we're a long way down the road with engineering. We did hire Samuel Engineering out of Denver, Colorado to do some feasibility study work. However, we took a pause so that we knew what to incorporate into our final, updated pre-feasibility study before we go into final feasibility. So we're looking at Jameson cells, which is a Glencore technology for flotation. We're optimizing our tailings stacking plan. That'll be reported along with all the provisions from the permit in our updated PFS. We can then move into next year into the feasibility study.
And do you have any time frame for when that feasibility study would be completed, George?
Yeah, look, as I say, it's well advanced. We really don't have, we've done all the heavy lifting. So in the first half of the year, I think it's reasonable to expect that.
And you do say in the release today that CK Gold is set to become Wyoming's next producing gold mine. So very far down the road, as you say.
Well, Wyoming hasn't had a copper and gold mine for several decades. So, the diversification with a copper and gold mine in Wyoming, and Wyoming, as you may know, is a resource state. I think it's an important expansion to their resource portfolio. It's a great jurisdiction. You know the rules of the game. Very helpful, cooperative people. We're happy to be there.
Well, George, I hope you'll keep us updated on any progress. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Thank you very much.
That's US Gold Corp CEO George B.